y'all, what's up? It's your girl, Genesis, aka Sis. And can you believe that we are on episode 6 of season 10 of Ready to Love? So, from this point forward, we're going to be all caught up, and you'll be getting one show a week, and you'll be getting that on Friday after the show airs. Okay? So, I had to get caught up. I was going to record this last night, but your girl was tired, honey. I ate some steak and some lobster tails. Honey, sat down, took 5 deep breaths, and I was like, I'm going to bed. So I have yet to see this episode, which is why we are in a new fit, extra glowy. We done had a good shower. But I don't know. We got left on a cliffhanger. Tommy said, 2 women are going to go home, but we had to sit down with 3. So it was Coley, it was Sahara, and it's Rocky. Ooh, who is going to get to go back to the dating scene, and who's going to get sent home? I feel like we're going to see Rocky leave on this episode. I just feel like, what are her impactful connections? She was feeling Khalil when they first got there, but you haven't really seen her vibing out with anybody. So just for that alone, I just feel like Rocky may be going home. Oh, and then it's Sahara, and then it is Coley. And my girl Sahara, her attitude it just be driving these men crazy. It's her attitude. But I feel like Coley is going to be going home. That's just my feeling. I just feel like Coley's going to go home. A lot of the guys say that she's very surface level. I feel like, especially with Cam taking his time with Sahara, she's starting to soften up a little bit. And so maybe she's, they're probably going to be able to work with her. But Coley, things are just surface level. She just stands there. She's just pretty. And I don't know. I feel like it's a wrap for that. But I don't know. So I'm about to hit play. This is this. That was that. And this is Sitting with Sis. Let's get into it.
Yeah, you know that I missed you. Tune in because you're sitting with your sister. Sitting with Sis. So go ahead, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let's get into it.
Okay, so they hit us with the recap, and we're seeing Jay sit down with Rocky. Cam is with, what's her name? Sahara. Cam is with Sahara. Jay is with Rocky, and Eddie is with Coley. And Jay let Rocky know she ain't ready to love. And she looks like, dang, for real? She's looking a little defeated. Sorry, girl. Bye. Like I said, you said in episode 5, towards the end, that, you're starting to realize that you're going to have to rev things up and, start making connections with your, your connections, start, letting them know you're really feeling them. But it's kind of late in the game. This is an accelerated process. Even one of my good people in my comment section, he's like, people need time, to feel comfortable to open up. And you are 1,000% correct. People do need time to open up. But in this process, it's accelerated. We don't have time for that. You should be someone who is ready for love. And you should come into this process, like Down said, hike, ready for the game. So she was just smooth sailing and taking her time. And time is not on our side during this process. So we will see you at the reunion, girl. Bye-bye, Rocky. Let me see who else is going home. Ooh. So Eddie just let Coley go. I was right. Ooh, I was right. And he didn't sugarcoat it or nothing. He was just like, yeah, so the fellas think you're not ready to love. She's like, oh, okay. And he's like, yeah. And that was that. They got up and he's like, I'ma always be me. Whatever that means. But Coley says that she's going to go out and she's going to find her, a man that appreciates her, because apparently these men in the process didn't appreciate her. She says that she brought her best, she brought her A game, and it just wasn't it for these fellas. So, bye, girl. I feel like I could, like this is it's so like, but like I know I'm not in the process, but I feel like I am. I mean, like we are, we watching it, but I just feel like I'm happy. Like, Sahara's still here, whatever, but like, okay, I'm cool with the people who done got gone. I feel like the people who done got gone are not really in the process. Let's move on and let's see what is going on. So this episode, which is episode 6, is called The Nudist. Ooh. So I'm gonna find out why. All right. All right. Ooh, it's sizzling a little bit. So I don't know. Did I tell y'all last night? Probably not. I was trying to hurry up and get through this episode. But Sahara, she said that she's willing to self-eliminate. Sahara has been in the bottom probably. This is episode 6. She's probably been in the bottom 4 times. I want to say at least 4 times. And the girl is over it. She's over it. She is sitting down with Cam. Cam, he's delivering the news. Cam keeps trying to coach her through this. Cam really likes her. And he wants her around so he can, date her or whatever. But Sahara is pissed. So I'm going to let my girl get off her chest what she got to get off her chest. Go ahead, Sahara. And Sahara is talking to Cam, okay?
They decided that you're still ready to love.
All right. Thank you for him to be telling me some nonsense that he told me last week. I'm over it. I don't want to hear it. I just don't want to be here right now. We can wrap this up.
Why you giving me this time?
It's not about you, though.
Right, so stop making it about me.
I'm not. You're making it about you. If you can't understand what I'm saying to you,
I hear
still making it personal. You still making it about you.
Making it personal,
I'm telling you that I'm here in the moment and I don't want to be there. Respect it. Okay, so she don't want to be here. Stop making it about you. It's not about you.
At the end of the day, we already established that those type of people ain't for you, right?
Right, but if I keep being sat down and chastised with the same bullshit,
Am I chastising?
Yes, coming from you.
Sahara not taking feedback well is messing with my connection with her. Because I'm trying to give her information that she needs to improve.
I'm telling
Tell me how you feel, and I'll tell you how I feel.
That I don't want to talk no more. And
At all.
Like, why can't you understand that?
I'm listening to you. If she's not listening to me now, how can I trust that she's going to listen to me in the future? I have faith that we can work through it, but I'm patient, but I'm not that patient. If that's what you want to do, then that's what you want to do. You're about to alienate the
She
only
is
person
getting up.
for you.
I'm not.
You are.
I'm telling you that
I'm telling you you are.
Sahara is pushed her chair in and she has started to walk away. So you should know me by now. I'm gonna see things from all perspectives, and I feel like Sahara needed a moment to gather her thoughts. I believe that that's what she was trying to communicate when she was saying, like, I don't want to be here, like, I'm done. I feel like that's what she was trying to communicate, that she just needed a moment. She says that she feels that she's being chastised because they keep bringing her there, they keep sitting her down, they keep telling her, how to be better, when Sahara says that she just wants to be self. So she doesn't feel like there's anything problematic about how she behaves. Sahara loves who Sahara is, and rightfully so. That's her right. She feels, just a little jumped on, it seems. That's me being, my sister's advocate. I feel like she feels really jumped on. I feel like she feels like she's just like a punching bag because she just keeps being at the bottom. Now, from my heart to yours, Sahara. Okay, I'm talking to you with love, girl. I know that you probably want somebody, And I think that you are a dope person. I think that you are a dope person. But there's always things that we can tweak when we are dealing with others. And if you feel as though, you know, I don't want to tweak anything about myself, that's fine. Then don't. But you might be by yourself. I understand that it has to be a really hard feeling to keep. I understand that it has to be a really hard feeling to keep being at the bottom. Keep, you know, you're probably feeling like you keep being told you're not good enough. And then you come out and you still fight. You know, you still swinging. You're still in this, what you say is for love. So I just hope that she's able to get her moment so she can catch her breath. You know, I feel like that could be a lot for a person. Still talking to you, Sahara. I think that Cam really likes you. And Cam went to bat for you. I feel like Cam was willing to take Fritz's eye and knock it across the room while his body is still sitting in that chair. Okay? Just off of the strength of him feeling like you were being disrespected or played with. You know? So this is someone who is fighting for you. And I just feel like don't make him fight you for you. You know, was Cam the right person to keep coming to talk to her? I know that he wanted to be there because he's a person who cares for her, and you want to be able to be that cushion, you know, and get your girl back in the game, you know, mentally. But could that have done damage by, you know, I keep coming to sit down and I keep sitting down with you and you keep telling me, you know, do XYZ, do XYZ. So, I mean, I get where Cam is coming from. I do. But I also understand Sahara. And that's just one of those moments where I always say, like, I wish we could step outside of ourselves so we could see the whole situation. If Sahara needs a moment to just catch her breath, get her thoughts in order, she should be allowed that. But boo, you got to do better with communicating, because you're saying leave me alone. You're saying I'm done. And he's like for good. Like, he's just trying to understand before y'all leave, because this man is really one of the only ones who's really interested in you and who's pining for you. So, I just wish my girl's communication skills could get a little bit better. I wish that she wouldn't be operating, which I believe is out of a place of hurt, where she's just got her walls up and you're just always in defense mode. You come into a situation, you may not think so, but I've been watching you, girl, just for the little clips that we see. And it feels like you come into situations already with your dukes up. And not every situation has to be one that you have to defend yourself. And I'm just talking to you, you know, as a sis, just talking to you. And because I want to see you win, girl. You be getting on my nerves. You be getting on my nerves. But I don't have any hate in my heart. I actually like you. I think that you cool. You are a bit much. And, you know, as another person with a big personality, I get it. I understand. But we got to be able to, you know, it's not changing who we are. Nor is it necessarily conforming to a space. But we got to make ourselves be just a little bit more digestible. So, you know, just be mindful of spaces. And, you know, be you. But, you know, maybe not the Dukes this time. So I just feel like my girl be getting defeated. I be feeling like my girl is defeated. And this man, I mean, he seems to want you. So, you know, I hope that she takes a breather, comes back, chats with Cam. I hope they hug it out. You know, at this point, do they kiss? You know, Shanice did. So maybe a little peck, like, mwah, you know, on the forehead or the cheek or something. And maybe they could hug it out and she get back in this game. But if she decides that she wants to remove herself from the game and she no longer, you know, wants to be on the show, she has the right to do so. So will she self-eliminate? Will she stay? I don't know. Hopefully the guys are not in control again this week, because my goodness, but let's see. All right, so it is the girls' week to eliminate. So yay! One of the fellas are gonna go home. Okay, so it's in the girls' favor. Sahara does show up. She looks to be in good spirits. She was a little defeated. She said it's kind of hard being at the bottom for 2 weeks in a row, but the girl is still here. Tommy said that the challenge for this week is he wants you to take out your second choice, not your top, but the second in line. He wants you to take him out. He wants you to get to know him. Make sure that you ask the proper questions so that way you can, figure out if you guys have a connection or not, because we need to be getting ready to eliminate. So Tay says that she's feeling Cisco and she's feeling Khalil, so she doesn't really know who second in command is gonna be. But she's gonna figure that out. The girls are excited. One of the fellas are getting eliminated this week. So I'm gonna see. I feel like Tay was very attracted to Cisco, height, shape, build, complexion. He a Puerto Rican poppy or whatever. So I feel like Tay was really like attracted to Cisco. But I don't know if that homelessness, really shook things up. That really put things into a new perspective for her. And I feel like she's really liking Khalil. So I don't know. I think that Cisco might be second. I feel like she might be going on a date with Cisco. But who am I? You think I know? I don't know. But I'm going to keep watching. And let's see who these ladies take on dates. I hope that Sahara, this is my first time watching it, girl. I hope you leave Fritz the heck alone. I pray you ain't taking Fritz out again. Okay? I hope that when y'all had that sit down last time, that was the last time, that y'all really like kind of deal with each other. So we're gonna see. Ooh, 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 ooh. Child. What just happened? Okay. So Deanna is the first date that we see. So Deanna decides that she wants to take Hussein out on a date with her so she can get to know him better. So Deanna says that she loves horses. She loves horseback riding. So that's what they do. Isn't that a really cool activity? Horses are massive. She felt like taking Hussein because she's attracted to him based off of his height. So I feel like that's a little shallow, girl, but okay, whatever. They get there, they get all saddled up, they get their helmets on, they get on the horses. Deanna is enjoying it. Hussein, not so much. I feel like I've gone horseback riding. I don't know if you have, maybe you have, maybe you haven't. But a horse can be really intimidating. And I'm nowhere as tall as Hussein, okay? He is 6'7". I am 5'2" and 3/4", okay? And that man seemed like he was afraid. She's like, "Oh, are you enjoying this?" He said he's like 37% loaded. Hussein's horse is not listening to the commands. He's pulling on the reins. The horse ain't moving. And the thing that people have to remember is that the animals, they can feel how you're feeling. So all that confusion or anything that you're feeling, the horse feels it too. And he like, I ain't going. I'm not listening to you. You're not certain. So they need a confident rider. I wonder if Deanna spoke with Hussein and, pitched some ideas and they decided on this, or if this was strictly her idea, because this is seeming like it's strictly her idea. But at the moment, it's really, really cute. So they get off the horses and they go sit down to go have, I guess, lunch and just chat. And things kind of go sideways. But I ain't going to feed you. I'm going to just sit here and hit play. And you let me know down in the comments. Oh, that's the wrong password. You let me know down in the comments if you sent something too, okay? All right. Listen. This is Deanna and Hussein.
Yeah.
Life's busy. When I hit that bed, I just
Yeah, I kind of slept on my neck wrong. I actually had a massage earlier too. It was
you
good.
cheating. You went without me. You cheating. Okay.
So, when it comes to like deal breakers for you,
I think the biggest one is just like somebody that's selfish in a relationship. Just always either see their side. What about you?
non-communicative. If I feel as though you're like reluctant to say things,
Yeah.
it gives me a question mark. If I'm unsure about something, like I'm going to communicate that to you.
Communication is big. I think sometimes in like past relationships, I was maybe a little bit too realistic, but I know.
To be honest, you don't seem like a communicator. I'm gonna be honest.
I am.
You know what
I'm
you
just
give
sharing
me?
what I
You
get.
give me, if you don't like something, you linger on it. You don't tell somebody right away.
No, yeah.
It has to be something that trigger you to say it. And then you finally wind up and say, that's what you give me.
I don't know where all this is coming from. I just felt like she was attacking me. I have no issues communicating to my woman.
I'm not the type to text every day. Because when I'm at work, I'm in a whole different zone.
To me, it sounds like work is a relationship then. I feel like you should be able to tap into both almost.
Work is definitely first priority. And I like that in men too.
To speak for men, we would just show it with doing it, but our woman would feel like the first priority.
It's not like I work in the office and I'm like on the computer, like, hey, babe, how you doing? How's work? Like, no,
But
I'm working
it
a busy
shouldn't
spot.
matter if you're putting out fires or if you're answering telephones. It's still a job. I don't think the magnitude of the job changes because you're putting out fires over here or you're just answering the phone because that's your profession.
Okay.
You do firefighting and your husband is, say, the vice president. You could kind of come off as my job is more important than yours.
Okay. You feel as though your job more important? Do your job. I didn't like the type of person I was getting. The way he think was nowhere near the way I view things. I was ready to take Goliath and gallop away. So based off of what we just talking about.
If I just had to go off the top, I don't think we're really compatible at the time.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
Oh, because it could all be so simple. But what happened? What happened? What happened was, Deanna, you pose a question. Okay, good. And then, oh, that's my dad texting. Okay. You pose a question, and then the gentleman tells you, how he is, and then you're like, I don't believe that. Girl, it doesn't matter what you assume a situation is or how a person behaves. That's an assumption. You don't know this person. He's telling you that he can communicate. You're like, I don't feel like you will. Will? Future tense? Not that you have. You don't think that he will communicate his feelings. And then the moment he started communicating his feelings, you was like, oh. You was done. You was ready to get on the dang old horse and take off. What just happened? You feel like because Hussein, he comes off as a quiet man, that he wouldn't share how he was truly feeling in that moment? And Deanna feels like you need to say how you feel right in that moment. It's not how I feel right in that moment. Like when I'm angry, that's not a safe feeling. You might want me to go take a couple steps and breathe 5 times. So that way I can go through my thoughts and decipher how I'm truly feeling and calm, the passion down before I come over there and open a can of whoopworm on you. Do you want a combative partner? Like, and then the moment it started getting hot, you like, What did you want, D? And then Hussein was like, if you just a firefighter, like why you can't text? Like, ooh, that's like a Mortal Kombat, like the finisher, like wow. Because for a lot of women, well, I'm gonna speak for myself. When I was in the career that I was in, I took that was almost my identity, and that's not healthy, ladies. Why do we become what we do? No, you're Deanna. You are an amazing firefighter, but that's what you do. It's not who you are. But he's like, I feel like you gonna date your job. Like you are already in a very committed relationship with the line of work that you do. And she's like, yeah. So what are you here for, D? What are you here for? Because it gets lonely when you finally do get to go home. You know? So now you want to have somebody, but this is a regular civilian. He's not a superhero like you. So in your mind, in your world, you're a superhero, and you are. You go, girl. But he don't see that. He don't see that. He sees you, that's just what you do. That's your profession. Yeah, it get hot. You go hot places and you go wet it up and save people, but you still could check in and see, what's going on with your partner. And she's like, no, I'm saving the world. That's, I ain't doing all that. That's an issue. And I'm so happy that y'all realize, yeah, we don't mesh and decided to cut that right there. Will that be one of the eliminating factors for Hussein? Ooh, because remember, a fella's going home. And these ladies, when they feel some kind of way, they let themselves feel it, honey. And that's going to go to the girl. That's going to go to the chat group. The group chat. That's going to the group chat for sure. Ooh, let me keep watching. All right, so now we're back, and next date is Tay. And so I'm like, who is she going to bring? It's going to be Khalil. Is it going to be Cisco? Child, it's Naeem. So she invites Naeem over to her home for a home cooked meal. They sit down, they talk. She has on this like chartreuse dress, and it is cut like a cut out under her boobs. She's looking really good. Naeem comes in, he sits down, he compliments her home, tells her that it looks really nice, and that he looks right at her chest and talk about he thirsty. Okay. They sit down, they eat. So, she's asking him, how does it taste? He said that it tastes good. She says she's glad that it tastes good. And Naeem says that he tastes better. Aww. I don't like that. I know that Naeem is in this process, so, let's be kind to him. And Naeem did state that he felt like he got all these kids. Who's going to want him? She said she was taken aback when she found out, she being Tay, was taken aback when she found out that he had 5 kids. But he's an amazing father. How do you know? Are you with him when he goes and takes care of his children? Like, how do you know? Just based off of what he tells you? Because people will tell you anything. How do you know? How do you know that he's an amazing father? I know that he's a father to 5 children. And I know that he has 3 baby mamas. Why is this man in your home? I just want us to, us being people, but I'm talking to the women, but I really mean all of us. So fellas too. I really wish that we would be more cautious and more protective over where we laid our head. Nobody needs to know where you live. We could have had a nice dinner still. We could have gone on a picnic, because next thing it seems like she wants to play a game or something, but now they're sitting on her couch and her place looks plush. It looks really nice, but Naeem is sitting there rubbing her feet, talking about, oh, I like your toes, like changing the subject from whatever they're talking about. And I just felt like, I don't know anyone else's history, and I truly feel like Fritz is a passport bro, but I don't know anybody's business. But on record, you, sir, seem to kind of be like a horn dog. You have 5 children. You have 3 mothers. That's a lot. So it kind of feels like you'll shaboink whoever you have one-on-one time with. Like, you already said that you should boink somebody while y'all went to go pick up a body for the funeral home. Like, you're seeming like a shaboinking deviant to me. And I just don't understand why he's at your home, Tay. But I'm gonna keep watching this episode. I'm not really liking this scene. I don't think that anyone should be at your home. So not just that it's Naeem, but especially someone with a track record like that. And he's looking at your he makes too many shaboinking comments for me to feel comfortable. He's always looking at the woman's anatomy, which, okay, rightfully so, you should be attracted to it, but damn, where's the respect? You know, he's always looking at these women's bodies and making slight comments about things. He wouldn't be in my home. I wouldn't be hanging out with Naeem. If I was invited to that workout date, I'd go and like, oh, this is cool. But that would be it. I wouldn't be hanging out with Naeem. You got too much going on. You busy enough. But to be one-on-one at my place, child, let me keep watching this. Yeah, I'm not liking this. Let's listen to this together, okay? Because I just hit play. And first question that I heard came out of Naeem's mouth. I'm just like, see, sis. And this could be a really bad situation, okay? So let's just be cautious. I'm talking to you. You can't take back what happened that day, but let's moving forward. Don't ever do this again, okay? Let's listen to her.
Ready face. Ow. All right, here we go. All right, do you watch porn? We'll revisit that. You hesitate. We'll revisit. Do you want to be in a long-term committed relationship?
Absolutely. When I was a critical care nurse, like when people are at the end of their life, you just want to be surrounded by people
Especially
that you
in those
love
times, right?
and the people that you know.
You want to take care of your stink?
Yes.
Okay.
But I will return the favor as well. Like, I'm definitely going to be there for my person at the end of the day.
Tay and I, we just got a little bit deeper in conversation, but I just think the physical attraction, it was a lot of chemistry, a lot of flirtation. We were skin to skin. It was like a really good date. I'm glad that we got to spend this time together. You are amazingly beautiful, and I look forward to what's next.
Definitely. I like the way Naeem made me feel on this date. It was just instant, like, chemistry. But it's definitely weird because, like, I have this strong connection with Cisco. Like, I'm confused. But also, I'm excited to see what's ahead. You're my first intimate one-on-one date.
It's pretty intimate. Your feet on me. We low-key go together.
I like that.
All right. Cheers. Thank you for having me.
Of course.
Child, I don't like it. Her place looks real plush. I kind of hope Cisco go home. Naeem be inappropriate to me, but y'all all grown, you know, so you have to speak up for yourself. But I kind of want Cisco to go home because you are an amazing person, okay? But outside of that, there's nothing that you can offer this process. They just showed us, you know, inside of Tay's place, and her place is plush. It's immaculate. It looks like she can afford things, and it looks like the things that she desired, she made sure she put in her place. And girl, I get it, okay? And brothers feel, you know, men, they have this ego about them, and I didn't understand it myself, but they could really, really, really like you. They could really, really, really like you a lot, right? Think the world of you, think that you're so amazing. And then when they are able to come into a more intimate space, especially like your home, Cisco don't have anything going for himself. And I'm not digging at Cisco, okay? I'm not digging at you. I'm just merely stating facts. Cisco doesn't have anything going for himself. I could see that brother coming over to your place, looking around and be like, oh, this is nice. and doing whatever he had to do so he could be in that space with you. And then like slowly starting to resent you because look at this space that you are able to be in. And I ain't got no space for myself. And you know, you can have a heart like, you know, oh well, this is our space, you know, I'm sharing with you, you're welcome here, blasey bloopty blah. You can say all that, but all that's gonna do is make them resent you more and more and more and more and more, because it's in men's nature to be protectors and providers. And I had my own experience, you know, with someone that I was financially doing better than. And when I found out that buddy hated me secretly, you know, like, wow, but you benefited. Like, I don't understand. It never made you feel less than. They hate you. They hate you for the things that you're able to accomplish for self. They couldn't give it to you, but yet and still you have it. And you're deserving of it, but since they ain't got it, you know, it gets kind of sticky. I don't want anybody else to come to your house ever. Okay? I don't want you to go to nobody else's house. I want us to be in safe spaces. There's plenty to do outside. Girl, can you stop? There is plenty to do outside. Okay? You ain't even got to do nothing expensive. But there's enough to do. Okay? Let's not be in confined spaces. Just the two of us. Because we don't know who people are and what they do. Okay? Okay. All right, y'all. So he done had a whole nother date, a whole nother scene, and stuff done got sassy. Ooh. Ooh. So we come in and we see Miss Shanice, and she is in this beautiful, like, powder pink, like a really powdery pink outfit. And she's just sitting somewhere, we don't know where, and she is waiting on her date. And she's saying how she's like, you know, her number one connection is Fritz. So she wants to meet up with Cisco. So Cisco comes in and he's wearing a powder pink top with some black shorts. And I'm just like, do y'all tell one another what you're going to wear? Girl, you good? She over there just licking her paw. So I'm just like, do y'all tell each other what y'all gonna wear? Do y'all match up? Is this something that's done by production, or is this just like a coincidence? Because even Deanna and Hussein, they was matching. They was both wearing all black. So that's just me noticing a little something. So they're matching. So then a lady comes in and she's like, you know, I'm going to allow y'all to get yourself comfortable. And Cisco's like, wait, what is going on? And why do they go in the back and come back out with robes on? And she says, oh, you're going to be doing body painting. So Shanice is painting on Cisco's six-pack, honey. She is painting all over his chest. And why do we see peekaboos of Shanice boobie? Girl, was you not wearing pasties? Honey, Shanice is in the nude. Do you hear me? She is in what she came into this world in, up underneath that robe. So Cisco's like looking. He's like, whoa, because they looking at him, he looking at them. So Shanice lets us know that this is what she's most comfortable as. You know, she likes being how she was born. She seldom wants to wear clothes. She only wears it out in public because, you know, we have to. But when she's at home, she is as comfortable as possible. And, you know, she said you can have all the money in the world. You can have all the cars, the big house. But, you know, it's hard when you don't have someone to share it with. And right when she said that, honey, Cisco grabbed his paintbrush and he started painting on her boobage. He wrote his name across her boobie. He wrote Cisco. And she's like, is that a name that you're writing? And he's like, yeah. She's like, is that Cisco? He's like, yeah. She's like, he's like, yeah. He's like, I gotta mark my territory. Oh, Cisco, you better hope that she don't say that in front of Tay. Oh, so they start painting each other. Honey, they was just all colors by the time I got out of that scene. I had to leave because I just thought something else was gonna go down and a baby was gonna get made. So I was like, let me get up out of here. But the scene ended up wrapping up. So now I'm gonna see what's going on next. But yeah, Shanice. All right, so now we go into a whole nother day, and it is with Miss Rose, and she looks phenomenal. I love that outfit on you. Those colors look beautiful. You looked really beautiful. And she is meeting up with Hussein. So Hussein is getting all the dates. Okay. And their date was really nice. We heard how things went with his first date. It was the polar opposite. And they found out that they had a connection. So Hussein actually opened up a bit more. And we found out that he had been living in a group home from the age of 13 all the way until he was in college. So he has some abandonment issues. He has issues with his mom, but they're constantly working on bettering that relationship. And one thing that he said he's noticing that he learned is that people make mistakes. And while he's telling Rose that, she's like, wow. And then she opens up and she lets him know that she actually lived in foster care up until the age of 10. At the age of 10, her parents got their stuff together and they came and they got all their children. And so they bonded over that. I don't know if Rose knows that Hussein is a father already. She asked him, if, he wants to have more children or if he wants to have children of his own. Would that be like, would it be like a no-go if he got with someone who wasn't able to have his children? So Hussein, and she just lets Hussein know that, she's suffered from several miscarriages in the past. Her son is her first pregnancy and the only one that actually went all the way through. And, since then, she's been having a lot of issues being able just to carry her pregnancies to term. And so have I. So I understand. And that was really hard. And that's something that she's really, bold for, or I hope that she feels empowered in that moment, that she was able to live in her truth. So she's like, that don't mean that we won't try, but just in case it doesn't go all the way through, because, I have had these issues in the past. So, that was like the moment where it kind of got like a little like, ooh. But other than that, they had a really good time. He lets her know that she looks amazing. He loves how she looks, especially with that red behind her. She really pops out. So it was a real cute moment between Rose and Hussein. I'm gonna keep watching. All right, so we come into the scene and it is a brand new date, and it is with Angie, and she wants to go to her favorite place to eat, which is Italian food. So we're at an Italian restaurant, and we find out that we're meeting up with Eddie. So how she be crushing on Eddie, and she was about to bink, Coley about him. So now she got him all to herself. Well, kind of, because there still is Deanna. But anyway, they are having their date and things are really cute. They're sitting down. Eddie, he just gives her a gift. She opens it up. Honey, it's a journal. He says, I'm just showing you that I listen to you. And she's like, oh, really? So she wants to test to see Just how you been listening? So she asked him, like, what's one of the greatest things about her? And he says the one thing that he likes about her a lot is her, how she is as a mother. And she just starts to gush because, she loved her babies. Rightfully so. And he's like, the way that you mother your children, that's everything to him. And then second, he said that he really enjoys their friendship. And so that's so nice, right? So Angie's over there smiling, and then she asks Eddie, well, what are some of your deal breakers? Eddie said, hold on, I need to drink me some of this wine. So Angie's like, uh-oh. So he grabbed that wine, he swig it, and then he proceeds to let us know that, the list of his deal breakers. One of them was a messy woman. So she's like, wait, hold on, because, so do you want your woman to, cook, clean, be barefoot, pregnant? Is that what you would want? And he like, well, I don't want to clean up, and I have a busy life, so, yeah. And she's like, ugh. So in her confessional, she's like, Eddie don't want a woman, he want a mom. That's what it sounded like to me. Because what's wrong with us hiring somebody to, that there are maid services? Why we can't hire somebody? I know you ain't getting with me, so I could come and take care of your house. Cause with my check, cause that's a job. You want me to get with you, live with you, shaboink on you, love on you, and then cook and then clean. I don't think that, do both, parties realize the other person is a person too? The things that you have going on, she don't have going on. You think that we just love to clean and just cook, and we might like to cater to our partner, but do you think when I wake up in the morning, I'm like, I just can't wait to clean this up? No, I don't. I don't. And I've hired people. Hey, can you come in here, because these baseboards need some hitting and my back hurt. I have better things to do with my time, but it's somebody in this world who loves to do this, and they put their business out there, and I'm gonna call them, and I'm gonna patronize, So why? I know. So she oh no, what? And then Eddie, she's like, well, Eddie's like, well, I remember you said that you're friends with your exes. And she's like, well, yeah, we're cordial. It was a mutual agreement that we didn't work out. So, yeah, I'm still friends. And Eddie lets us know that that's an issue for him. And she's like, especially my best friend, we tried to date once. And we realized, no, we're best friends. We ain't no lovers. And Eddie is fuming. He's like, no, that ain't gonna work. He can't even call you no more. Angie audibly says, right there in the moment with Eddie sitting across from her, check, please. I know. That's right, as would I. Hello? Cause what? And she said, my friend would never go. That's my friend. That's my best friend. Why? So you don't want me to have no relationship with the opposite gender? And he like, nah. And that's what I told y'all, that one episode where she and Coley was sitting down and they was at the pier. Remember? It was Coley, Eddie, Angie, and Wayne with the bang. And it's at the pier. And I said, a lot of times these men who want to have you sitting at home, they want to control you. You want a mama or something that's illegal. What are you? Are you okay? Any person who's ever thinking that they interested in me, please understand this right now. I ain't her. Okay. Now I like to cook sometimes, and I can cook really good. but I like to eat more. So I know a few places we can go. I've seen some places and I got a wish list that I want to hit up. Okay. I'll make reservations. I will call somebody to clean this up. Light work, I'll do some light work. I'll load the dishwasher. I'll put the dishes up. Light work. I'll call somebody to do. I got other stuff to do. You know? So he was red flagging, and Angie says, you know, she good. Like, that's not something that she would want to pursue. And girl, rightfully so. Ooh-wee. Wow. This is a ladies' week to eliminate. And so the ladies are setting up these dates, and they are not playing. They are not playing. These ladies are going on these dates, okay? Rose just went on a date with Hassan. Real cute, real nice. Now she's on a date with Fritz. Fritz comes in. They are at a racetrack place. They're going to go-kart racing. I like it. I love it. I love it. So Fritz comes in and he hands her this plant. He got her a plant. And he's like, you know, it's real low maintenance, just like me. So she's like, oh, thank you. They go get suited up, get their helmets on. They hit that track, you know. And she's like, I am competitive. So she is over there. Zoom, 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 zoom. Skirt. Winner, honey. She didn't hit first place. So she beat Fritz. He is being an amazing sport. So they go sit down. And the worker there brings over her plant and brings over their chicken tenders and fries. And Rose is just like, don't think I'm crazy, but like, I don't have ketchup or hot sauce at home. Because Fritz asked her how is she with condiments. And he starts laughing. He's like, it's okay. And she's like, oh, you don't either? And he's like, no, I have ketchup. And I got hot sauce at home. But that's because I'm black. So that was the little kiki. And then all of a sudden, Rose hits Fritz with the same question. She's asking him the same thing she asked Hassan. You know, how would he accept adopting a child if they could not biologically, you know, have one of their own naturally, biologically? And Fritz, because she's had multiple miscarriages. And Fritz is like, oh, well, you know, with today's science, you know, oh, we could do that. We could get a surrogate. And Rose is like, oh, ain't nobody carrying my baby but me. And he's like, well, like, if you aren't able to, like, there is a way that somebody else could. She's like, no, because it's a certain bond that happens when you're, you know, between mother and child when you're carrying. Nobody else is going to carry my baby for me. So things go left. And Fritz is just like, so I'm supposed to be okay with being a stepdad to her child, you know, for her and her child, but she ain't okay with having a surrogate for me to have a baby. He said that she's like, well, would you adopt? And he said, no, that defeats the purpose of him procreating. He's procreating for a reason. He wants his seed here. He don't want to go pick up somebody else's. So, Rose is like, oh, well, you know, instantly, I know like this ain't gonna work. So she's hot. They are done. And I'm just like, woo! Like, will there be any guys left to continue the show? Or will the ladies just fight over it, trying to eliminate each and every last one of these fellas? Like, the deeper that they're getting into the process and, you know, starting to have more intent, they have to have more, intention on what they're doing. The real questions are coming out. And folks is finding out who people really are. And all that goo goo gaga, you know, that you was feeling because of the attraction is melting away. And you're starting to see that person for who they truly are. And the ladies are not feeling it. Woo! I don't even know how much more time I got, but I'm just like, I just wonder what that vault conversation is going to be hitting on. So we're going to hear that together because I know these ladies are steaming. Ooh. Child, it's getting hot in here. So now we have another date. It's Tay. She's at a restaurant and she meets up with Francisco. And wow. So Tay really opens up to Cisco and she lets him know that, she has some abandonment issues. And she was kind of lying to herself at the beginning of this process, like, trying to find little things in each one of these men that she can kind of hold on to and be like, oh, well, I like this about this person. Okay, well, this might work for this. And, him and him and him. But she said now she's starting to realize, like, no, you got to be honest with yourself. You have abandonment issues. You're still waiting on your daddy to come back and get you like he said he would when you were a child. And that's, it don't even matter that her and her father are good today. She's still stunted in her development as that little girl who was let down by her father. So I can definitely relate to that. And Cisco's like, wow. So, he's hearing all of this. And Tay is like, I just had a really hard time because I just needed you to be able to, give me a little reassurance that things are going to turn around. I'm still waiting on my father to show up the way that he's supposed to. She said, but, I just need to know, you gonna get this together. And he's like, I keep telling you, when I'm in a relationship with someone, I get that extra push and I just do what I gotta do. I don't believe you, Cisco. I don't believe you. Then they started flashing the scenes of Shanice, right? Like Cisco and Shanice when they was doing that nude painting on each other's bodies. And so we know that Cisco had an opportunity to let Tay know what was going on with him and Shanice. Like, I mean, you ain't gotta go all into detail, but you could have let her know, like, hey, I had a date with one of my other potential connections. We did some nude painting. You could let her know that. You already know that Tay has trust issues. She already let you know that she has trust issues with her father. She's already let you know that she's been cheated on, and so she has issues with that. Why wouldn't you, especially with wanting to prove to her that you're someone, you're a man of integrity and you can stand up and let her know, hey, this happened, because she gonna find out. I'm sure Shanice is gonna let everybody know of the amazing time that she had, which rightfully so. I don't think that's gonna be good for you if Shanice does and Tay finds out that way versus hearing it from you. I don't know, because you're convincing her that your feelings for her are legit, and you might have feelings for her a little bit, but I feel like you're looking out for your best interest. It looks like you're looking out for your best interest. As soon as she started opening up, you let her know that you had abandonment issues with your father too, and you tried to find him when you were 27 years old and found out that he passed away, and you carry him with you in your heart. Aw, yay. Then all of a sudden he looks at her and he goes. So she leans across the table and they kiss. And then they kiss so long that everybody in the restaurant starts clapping. They're eating maybe at a Japanese restaurant, but Cisco said he was upset that they didn't bring out forks because they came out with chopsticks. This man isn't even cultured enough to know how to use the utensils of this particular restaurant. Tay, is this someone you really want to build a future with? I feel like you go for these things that you should go against. I feel like it's parts of you, like the same parts of you are saying, Tay, run. Cisco ain't got nothing going for himself. Run. But I feel like that broken little girl in you is like, I can heal him. Same thing with Naeem. Why was Naeem at your house? This man got 5 kids by 3 women. He hasn't married one. Why would you be different? Girl, you'll be baby mama. What did I say last time? You be baby mama number what? 6? Yeah, because you might hang around. He might have another baby and then explain that away. And you'll be there. You'll probably be baby mama number 5. How inappropriate Naeem is, I'm sure he's shaboinking something. I'm sure it's another baby out there. I'm sure there might be a whole nother mom. Do you want to join in on that circus? Like, what makes you go against your right mind and be like, I'm going to do this? Your trauma is speaking. And Tay, I just love you, girl, and I just hope that you save yourself. I see you setting yourself up for a really hard time. You've done what you needed to do to have a beautiful life, baby. There are other men out there. Throw the fish back. I'm going to keep watching. All right, y'all. It's showtime. The ladies, the ladies have walked into the vault and we about to see. So I'm going to hit play so we can hear this together. Because some people went out with the same man. Ooh, what's about to happen? Are we going to have like a repeat of the guys with the gals? And you know who I didn't see? I didn't see Sahara on a date with anybody. All right, let's see.
I mean, and I'm like on the edge of my seat. This is where all the tea is getting spilled. Eyebrows gonna go up and shoulders gonna be shaking and moving, okay?
Welcome back, ladies. How y'all feeling? Good. All right, so talk to me. Tay, let's start with you. How did your date go?
So I had a date when I am at my house for our conversation. You know how sometimes you get lost in a person and you just not really listening but looking?
I know what it is. It's that damn ponytail. That's what it is.
Yeah, I was looking at me and it looked good.
Anybody else?
So Cisco was making me feel all warm and fuzzy on the inside. He came in, he looked really nice. And he's not afraid to express his love. And I was just staring at him and we were drinking and eating. And I did have doubts at first. And he even reassured me, you're going to be okay. So we had a good time.
All right.
So my date was with Cisco, and we did body painting.
That's Shanice now.
He painted his name on me.
Oh.
I was trying to keep body parts from overworking themselves.
Were you undressed or not?
Yes, I was undressed, of course. I'm a nudist. Y'all see me naked too, so don't act like y'all have me.
We different.
You told me
I'm
to
not
have
mad.
your own process.
I'm not mad.
I'm on my own journey here.
So you were naked?
Yeah.
Girl. Hey, whatever rocks up, oh, go ahead, girl. You only get one life. Do it.
You got vulnerable.
Yes, we did.
Hi, you think?
Did you find some deep conversation?
We found very deep conversation. I like Francisco. You know, he's been hurt. He's been through some things, but he's learned how to become a better person.
Damn, they had a great day.
That's Tay.
I'm shocked to hear that.
Tay is
That's a very
crushed. What I just
sexual,
say?
intimate.
Oh, she is drinking that wine down.
They did. I mean, I want to know how this went about because that doesn't sit well with me.
Girl, I got goosebumps.
Yes.
Y'all know what come next? Who are you no
Oh,
longer
Tay is.
connecting with?
So he compared firefighting with sitting down doing paperwork. He said it's one and the same.
No.
It's still a job. And I said, okay, we have no more conversation.
That's Dia.
Different side of him than everybody else. He cares so much, and I see us coming together on a lot of different levels.
That's what I was
Like,
talking
we
about.
already
Hussein.
starting out good here. So yeah.
Okay.
This one is kind of hard to say, but Eddie, his non-negotiables don't align with mine, and I'm just past that.
Yeah.
Every time I talk to Eddie, he's talking about drinking, still partying, living life.
That's our group day. We got the nice ladies.
Oh, I feel like it's sexualized, and I don't like that. Eddie is my least connection because I just don't feel like he's
That's
here
so hard.
for love. For you,
It's not real.
anytime we talk, it was a more deeper connection. Our mentalities are alike. So you gotta say for you,
That's
because you're
Deanna.
well, yeah. To me, it doesn't seem like he's serious. So for me, I'm gonna have to go with Fritz. The whole polygamy thing.
Oh, I'm Mr.
That's
Ladies Man.
Kiara
I
talking about
manifested
Fritz.
this.
That's what he wants.
He exudes that.
Yes, that's what he gives in the book.
He was not speaking great of me. And last night, he was just checking in to make sure that he had a vote. He texted me the total opposite of what he was saying about me.
In the men's ball, Fritz was bad mouthing me.
Come on, help me get Sahara out of here. Fritz.
So he playing Sahara in a
So
text
right
message
now, I was like, okay,
and talking
bet, let's
bad on
go,
him.
because his ass is grass. But when it comes to like he say, she say, that should just be kept with you because it's not really facts.
Regardless of what he said to them, he also told me that he was playing this whole time.
Deanna, why are you sitting here trying to check Sahara about Fritz? Like Deanna is like checking see child, they done made me start stuttering in my brain. She's checking Sahara like real hard, like say for you. Like say for you. Don't talk like about everybody, say for you. Girl, cause like they will jump you. You big fire lady, you. You think just cause you solid, they will jump you. Okay? Ooh, cause why are you on her like that?
What did he tell you that?
My last date that I had with him.
He did tell her that.
Opportunity first started, I was playing.
Yeah, I don't want you to think that it went unnoticed. Okay, that's enough. But by the end,
He told me. But now I'm taking it serious.
oh, okay. So I'm just saying, you was doing all this Fritz talking. I was gonna let you do it, but you wasn't telling the rest of the story.
Ooh, all the girls about to fight. That's Shawnee's checking
He makes me feel safe.
Sahara.
That's how I feel about him. It's getting a little spicy out here. I would like for Fritz to say, Fritz and I talk every day. And I just couldn't understand why she was lying. I feel like Sahara was manipulating us into sending home the wrong person.
Since Shanice wants to bring it to life,
Well,
Wait.
here.
Wait, hold on.
What I'm saying is the problem that I'm speaking of is what happened then, and I'm feeling how I'm feeling because he said what he said.
If y'all not feeling each other, what was the purpose of having a date?
We was. That's the whole thing.
And then he tried to convince me about the polygamy situation. And
We keep going back to that.
when I was talking to Sahara and Shanice jumped in, I was like, all right, let me back off because it's like, this is not my drama. I just know Sahara was here for games. And Shanice was done.
This is a mess, y'all.
That's all I'm saying is it's messy.
This is a messy table for him. In our date, come to find out, he believes in surrogacy. I ain't doing it. I don't want nobody else carrying my child.
Listen,
That's wrong.
once again, this is everybody's own journey.
Yeah.
So whatever is your connection, and whatever isn't your connection,
Right.
it's just not yours. Woo. Now that we got some clarity on who we're not connecting with, it is time to take your bottom guys out on dates and let them know if they are just not ready to love.
After hearing all the ladies, shoot, maybe if we had this topic earlier on, a lot of other people would have been out of here sooner too.
All right, I've got my assignment. I will be painting. That is it. That's our session for today. In the words of Nino Brown, leave me.
Cause it got hot. Ooh. That the men didn't had nothing on these. They about to jump. Don't mess with my man. That's all I heard. Cause they like, say it for you. Say it for you. Like, don't beat her. Like, ooh. Whew, I gotta go catch my breath because this was just a lot. I think I was probably holding my breath. I don't know how my face was looking, but we'll see it back together. Cause, ooh, I was just like, what? Those girls was not playing. Whew, are we okay? Are we okay? Ooh, wee. Whew, I'm still like trying to process. So, the scene is starting up, and it is Sahara, and she is sitting down, and Fritz walks in. So Fritz is one of the guys. Let's see who else is on the chopping block. Child Rose is walking up, and so is Eddie. So it's gonna be between Eddie and Fritz. Ooh. I know you lying to me. Tommy, for real. So we have to wait until the summer to find out who leaves for the guys and to get the remainder of the show. What's the horror say? She gonna beat Tommy up. I feel it now, sis. What? We gonna wait till summer. And we gonna find out who left between Fritz and Eddie. And it looked like it's gonna go all the way down. It looks like things went all the way left. So I will meet you there on that topic, okay? It look like we done into summertime. All right, so this has been Ready to Love season 10 episode 6, The Nudist, and he left us on the longest cliffhanger. So we gonna pick it back up in the summertime, okay? I will see you in the next video. I'm gonna find something else for us to get into, but I'm about to get up out of this, okay? Get on with my day. All right, you have a great one. It's been real. Make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video, okay? And that was today's episode. Time flies when you're having fun. Thanks for sitting with me. Leave me a comment below and let me know what you think of today's show. And don't forget to subscribe, because otherwise you're going to be sad. I might be sad a little bit, but for sure, you going to be sad. I'll see you here in the next one.